Hello there, this is DBT and these Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, we're gonna have a look at the quote-unquote new feature in the game. Really, it's the new event. Of course, I am talking about the Melon Run, which started literally just today. And well, we're gonna have a look at what it is about, what are the rewards, and also, what are your chances of getting the good stuff. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, cause doing these things tells YouTube that this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way, I can continue making this type of content for you. So, once again, if you want some more Asphalt 8 right here, like and subscribe. But alright, let's talk about the Melon Run. Now, as I just said at the start of this video, it's the quote-unquote new feature, because that's how they advertised it in the roadmap, also in the patch notes, but it's not really a new feature. It's the type of event that we have seen before, just kind of reskinned to be more thematically appropriate, I guess, for the season or whatever, but hey, let's have a quick look at it. Now, actually, I'm going to show it to you in my other account where you will be able to see the rewards, because in this account, I already have the rewards, so obviously, it's not going to show them, so let's do just that. And here we go. Welcome back to my beginner account. Now, Melon Run. Alright. The very first thing that I need to talk about is the female person on the... I was gonna say female lady, but that's kind of redundant. But you know what I'm saying, right? That lady on the left side. I've seen some people really making this weird thing about like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. Oh, why is Game of doing this? People, calm down. It's just some anime-looking lady in... bikini, and it's not even a revealing one, so I don't know what's the problem with that, but yeah, some people are freaking out about this. I don't know why people continue to freak out about this stuff, but hey, whatever. Alright, so, Melon Run, what do we have here? Well, first things first, this is basically a reskinned version of the, what was it called? Coin Rush, I believe it was the name of it. The event that we had for the Chinese New Year that happened at the end of January this year. It's basically that same event, just with a different look to it, a different quote-unquote theme, but it's exactly the same thing. Now, let's have a look at the rewards. Of course, in terms of cars, we have the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, we have the GTA Spano. Which version is this? It's the regular one, not the 2017 one or whatever it is. Okay, the GTA Spano, not a great car by the way. The LBN, it's pretty decent, it's pretty good I would say. A little bit of a wall climber. This car, I don't believe it's very good. We got the Tramontana, which I believe is also not very good either. And then we also have the KTM Crossbow GTX. Yeah, there it is. What is this? Class C. All right. I believe this one is decent enough. And then we got the Honda Civic Type R. In general, the rewards here, obviously these are the main rewards, the rest, I'll talk about them, but the main objective of everybody, of course, is going to be getting the cars, of which really, I think the only one that is properly worth it, it's the La Voiture Noire, which is, of course, the Class S, that is going to be the rarest of them, but I think this is the most worth. The other cars are just cars, you know, nothing absolutely amazing in performance or anything, but hey, if you don't have them, then you have an opportunity to unlock them over here. Now, as far as the rest of the rewards, we got the regular, not super worth it rewards. We got some wild cards, a little bit of boosters. I think these are like 5-minute boosters. Yeah, 3 5-minute boosters. Yeah, this is terrible. We got just some parts, whatnot. Over here, we got some tokens, some VIP coins, fusion coins, and finally, credits. So, of all of these rewards, the most worth it are, of course, going to be maybe the VIP points, and that's not even a lot. Hey, can I get rid of this message, please? Let me click somewhere else. Okay, doesn't want to do it. But anyway, there's probably some fusion coins are good as well. The rest are just like, 20 tokens is like, really? But yeah, the cars is where you're gonna be wanting to acquire them. Now, how difficult is it to get these vehicles? Well, if you go over here, it's actually gonna show you the percent chances for you to acquire the vehicle. And that's where people are gonna be like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. Why? Because the chance for you to unlock the La Voiture Noire is 0.01%. That's very low, right? Yes, it is, but we'll talk about it. Then obviously we have for the other cars as well, what are the chances? Even a Class D car has a 0.25%, oh my god. That means that 1 in 400 price is gonna be the Honda Civic Type R. You know how little that is? Very little, right? Then we got also the chances for everything else and whatever else, right? All right, now, what I'm gonna say right here, it's basically a repeat what I already said on that video precisely on the Coin Rush. In fact, I'll leave you the link in the top right if you want to watch that, because basically it's the same thing that I'm gonna say over here, just I'm gonna try to say it a little bit more calm at that time, because, you know, over there I was getting a little bit annoyed at people. Alright, the thing about this event is, are the chances to get this car by RNG alone very, very low? Yes, but there's a trick about this event, and I'm gonna show it to you right here. I have 4 watermelon thingies, and I need 3 in order to claim something, so let's just claim it. What am I gonna get? Well, it's even the same animation. Let's claim this, because corner power, that's kind of a meme that we have going. Woo, I got credits, whatever. Alright, so very bad reward. Oh my god, this is absolutely terrible. See, my 0.01% chance is so low that I'm never gonna get the La Voiture Noire. Yeah, but do you notice something? This, my reward already has a check mark. In fact, let me go back and re-enter it so that it sorts again all of the rewards. Now, I think it's gonna give me an ad. Oh, it didn't give me an ad, surprising. Okay, let's go back to there. It rearranges the rewards in the, the original arrangement. And yeah, this reward, it's already checked up. What does that mean? That means that I'm not gonna be able to get this reward again. And what does that mean? That if you grind enough, and don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a lot of grind, you're gonna be able to eliminate all of these rewards until there's nothing else left but the cars. Still, there's a chance that you might just be super lucky and land in one of these cars in one of your first flips of these cards. Card, you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, there might be a chance for you to unlock them like that. Is it very low? Yes, there's a chance. But even if not, like I said, you just need to continue grinding and grinding and grinding in order to get this car. Now, let's talk about the grind, because that is a different topic. Now, for this part, I switch back to my regular account, and over here, again, because I already own all the vehicles, you see what you get. Instead, just 1 direct upgrades of Class S, 2 direct of Class A. This is terrible, honestly. If this was a key, that would be better, but hey, either way, they're giving direct upgrades. Look, if it was direct upgrades, but it was like 10, I'll be like, okay, it's worth it, but Jesus Christ. Literally, this event for me, GBT, with all of these cars that I already own, this is not worth doing. It's not worth my time in doing the races and getting the watermelons, because these are bad rewards for someone that owns the cars, but hey, whatever. That's a very unique position to the people that already have these cars. But no, what I wanted to show you is precisely the situation about the grind, because, well, in order to get more melons, first thing is that you can claim a free watermelon over here once a day. Just 1 free claim straight up. Great. From there, you can watch ads in order to get additional melons. Watermelon, Jesus Christ. You can watch 3 ads for 3 additional watermelons, and then that's it. But there's also the races in which you can gain more of these watermelons. So we got this race, and I've done the race a couple of times, just to kind of test it out and see what is what. I'm gonna run with the Bugatti Bolide for absolutely no reason. I just like this car, and I don't need to have it boosted, so yeah. If you're curious about the rewards over here, it's nothing particularly interesting. In fact, the 1% reward is just 2 wild cards. That's absolutely wild. You see what I did there? Okay, I don't get it. It's a very difficult percentage to get to, and the reward is not even good, but okay, whatever. Other than that, 450,000 fusion coins at 3% is pretty decent. 200 tokens over here, 40 tokens over here, a little bit of multiplayer coins. So the rewards are there, there's not much to say about them. But no, let's do the race and show you how this works. Now, I said this already, but legit, this is just a reskin version of that event of the coin rush, because it's the exact same dynamic where, oh, that's a revuelto, nice. In the map, you're gonna be able to see where the watermelons, Jesus Christ, the watermelons are. For example, this one over here. Great, so let me go ahead and pick it up. Fantastic. So you basically just need to keep an eye on the minimap so that you see where these watermelons are gonna be placed. Now, the placement seems to be random, and how many watermelons can you get per race? I don't know. The most that I've gotten have been 2. Really haven't gotten a lot more than that. In fact, none at all. I have gotten a race with only 1 watermelon, and other than that, that's it. I don't think I've gotten a race without watermelons or a race with more than 2. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, this is gonna depend a lot in your own experience, how many races you do and all of this stuff, but hey, whatever. So yeah, I'm just showing you 1 single race over here for the sake of getting the idea of it. And yeah, again, it's a matter of keeping an eye on the minimap. That's what you're gonna be wanting to look at the most often. I don't know if there's a situation in which there's gonna be a watermelon in one particular route, so you picked the wrong route because you didn't know there was gonna be a watermelon on the other side and you have to go back. I don't know if that's gonna happen over here. I think I remember in the coin rush that when that would happen, that the coin would, let's say that the road splits into 2, there would be a coin in both sides, so no matter which side you went, you would get the coin. It's only that the other one would disappear. I don't know if it's gonna work like this in this one. I haven't found that situation just yet, but hey. Now, here's the thing. Once you do a race, well, here's my reward. I got 2 more. I can watch an ad to get an additional one. Let's do that. Here we go. And just to clarify, by the way, I am watching the ads. I'm just cutting it out of the video so that you don't have to watch the ad with me. But yeah, I just watch it. So there we go. I got an additional watermelon. So yay! 3 watermelons for that one. Let's do one more race, just to see what kind of luck I get in the spawn points of these watermelons. But yeah, basically this is gonna be, like I said, those type of events where you're gonna have to be doing the race a gajillion times, get as many of these watermelons as you can in order to spend them in the, what should I call it, the out of race part of the event, you know, in the menu where you do the RNG selection, all of that stuff, right? So let's just finish this other, oh god, this other race. Again, I'm going on boosted. I'm not even caring about driving well because at this moment I'm not worried about, hey, I need to set up a good lap. At some point I will, you know, to get my almost 500,000 fusion coins, but that's it. I don't even care to begin to try to 1%. I can. I never hit 1%. Okay, there's one melon. Okay, there we go. I can never hit 1%, so yeah, I'm not even worried about that. And the reward is so bad that who cares? But yeah, just let me finish this race over here. I would suggest you also that don't use boosters. You don't need the boosters in this race. Again, if you want to set up a good lap, well, when you're trying for the lap, sure, go for it. But other than that, don't waste boosters over here. You don't need them. So yeah, just do the race a bunch of times and get as many as you can because, oh boy, much like in that other event, the coin rush, this is gonna be about, you know, each time that you claim a reward, the next one is gonna be more expensive, so you're gonna need a ton of this watermelon. So there we go. That was another race with 2, I believe, unless I miscounted. Yeah, that's my level of memory. All right, yeah, sure. And yeah, so I didn't get another option to watch an ad because that one that I watched on the previous race was my 3rd claim. So you can only watch 3 ads to get an additional watermelon piece. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So all right. So with that out of the way, let's go back and claim some rewards over here. Again, not that I need them or anything, but you know, just to show you what happens here with the claims of the quote-unquote gifts. So this one is gonna cost me 3 pieces. So let's go ahead and do it. As I always say, let's go for the corner power. This is one of those things that we believe that it works even if it doesn't. Once again, I got credits. Though I got the better credits, I suppose, that they're gonna be so useful. You just notice the sarcasm. But anyway, so that one cost me 3 watermelon pieces, right? Now the next one, however, is gonna cost me 7. So yeah, every time that you claim one of these rewards, it goes more and more expensive. So by the way, over here, I get to select, you can see this one is already selected because I'm not gonna select this one. Again, you know what I'm saying? And there we go. I got some wildcards for Class D, whatever. So this is why I was saying that this event, much like last time, people for some reason are hyperfixating in this specific part of the 0.1%, a 0.01% chance to get your Class S cars, which would be this one, of course. Now, obviously, getting it by straight up random luck is incredibly low. It's even lower than winning the Treasure Rush car, right? Because the Treasure Rush car, I believe, has like a 0.03%. So this is 3 times as hard to get. Oh my god, the difference is that in this one, you are eliminating the reward. So next time, well, you know, how much is this? It's 6, 12, 24 rewards, right? So next time that I claim it, well, there's only gonna be 22 rewards as opposed to the 24 that were originally. So you just need to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Now, here's the thing about this. This event is gonna run for basically 4 weeks, right? You see it up here. But you can see that over here, it says time left 6 days and 12 hours, which is basically a week. So what this means, and similar to the last time on that other event, the Coin Rush, this reward pool is gonna change in about a week. In a week's time, the rewards are gonna be different, so you're no longer probably gonna have the chance to get the Lava Chunar if that is what you're going for, and instead there's gonna be other cars and whatever. Now, what are those other rewards? Honestly, I don't know. Hopefully they're gonna be decent, but I've heard that it's gonna be the Land Shark. Some people are saying that it's gonna be this, gonna be that. I don't really know, but yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, it's worth mentioning all of this because in 1 week, you can do a bunch of races. Is 1 week enough to claim to clear the entire deck of cards in order to guarantee getting the Class S car? I highly doubt it, unless you were playing it literally every hour and a half to use your fuels or whatever in order to get the melons and all of that stuff. Only then maybe you would be able to do it in 1 week, but honestly, I kind of doubt it. Now, the important part over here is that if it's like last time on that event on the Coin Rush for the Chinese New Year, you can carry your, in that case, your coins, in this case, your watermelons, you can carry them to the next week. So in that way, you could technically be saving all of your watermelons for the entirety of 26 days. And on the very last days, when you have a ton of those watermelons, just spend them all and you're gonna get guaranteed pretty much everything, in theory. Now, once again, of course, this is gonna vary a lot depending on your luck, your drops on the watermelons per race, and all of that stuff. There's a million things to consider over here. But in general, this event does have a relatively decent opportunity for you to unlock this stuff. Once again, don't hyperfixate on this percentage. Don't hyperfixate it. That just in case you get extremely lucky and you get that. Really, the objective of this game is to eliminate all of the bad rewards until you get to the good ones. If I exit and re-enter here, okay, they're sorted again. So that is basically the entire point. Eliminate all of these bad rewards, all of these 3 rows, and then get to the good rewards over here. And even then, you're still gonna get your Class D card. It's not gonna be all that good, or your Class C, so on and so forth, right? Well, that's kind of the idea behind this event. And I will say, I am of 2 minds over here. And don't mind the races that you're gonna see right now. These are just to have something moving on the screen while I talk about this topic. But anyway, as I was saying, I am of 2 minds. Technically, I suppose 3 minds, but I'm gonna leave it mainly at 2. One is, I am very disappointed at this event. Why? Because, again, and I already talked about it, so I don't want to make a whole rant about it. I already did it on the last video on this topic. I'm really disappointed at the fact that this is the quote-unquote new feature in the game. It's not a new feature. It is, once again, just that event reskin, and that is that. That is not a new feature. So please don't say things like that. Don't get our hopes up with, oh, we're gonna add something new, and it's just the exact same thing. But at the same time, as I said before, I'm not against this event existing. I'm not saying, oh my god, why did you do this? No, this is fine. This is gonna give the opportunity to some people to unlock some cars, maybe, hopefully, at least get some resources and whatnot. So again, I don't see it as a net negative in the game for this event to exist. Now, would it be better if they had added a new map? Of course. Or if they added a new gameplay mode? Of course. But speaking strictly of what it is and what we have right now, hey, at least there's an event, and again, some people might be able to unlock some cars and whatnot if you grind it enough and you get lucky enough and all of that stuff. So that's why I said that I'm kind of split on this. I am not against these events existing. I'm not bothered by it, but I'm just bothered by the fact that, well, this was supposed to be a new feature in the game, new feature hinting at something that was actually new. And instead it's just, you know, something that we already know, we already played, and basically all the same. So yeah, in general, again, it's more about my disappointment with the lack of new stuff in the game, which I think is what the game needs. That I'm a little bit soured in this experience. But overall, again, the event is fine. Whoa, look at that! The DBT hoodie, nice. But as I was saying, man, it's just, I've seen people going absolutely crazy about this event in a bad way, you know, like, oh, this is absolute trash. And again, it's exactly the same reaction that we got in the coin rush event, and I said the exact same thing about it. It's like, it's not great, but it's not the worst thing either. And again, if you wanna see the whole discussion about it, you can jump into the comments on that previous video, because again, people were talking about it and I was replying to them and all of that stuff, right? The point over here that I'm trying to make is like, hey, it's just another event, you can maybe get some cars, it's fine. My disappointment just stems from the fact that it's not an actual feature, but whatever. Now, again, the part that I find really, really funny is people freaking out about the lady on that screen on the bathing suit, and I'm like, it's not even a revealing bathing suit, you know? They could have done much, much, much more daring stuff. But yeah, I don't know, people still, I keep hearing that argument, and like, this is a game for children. Is it though? It's not. It's a game for everyone, and women in bathing suits are not, you know, anything to be like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. So I don't know, I just find that honestly kind of silly and funny. Wait, did I? Oh no, I thought he crashed. Alright, fair enough. He's wearing a DBT hoodie, so I can't get too upset. Now, if you want to get a heart and a pin on this video until you meet the key phrase, which for today is gonna be, people need to stop being afraid of ladies in bathing suits. First person to post it gets a heart, a pin, and all of that good stuff. Again, if you enjoyed the video, you wanted to do, like, subscribe, and all of that, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.